Hello, welcome to my show. I'm Elena, your host, and joining us, Ingrid Wolf, a founder of Wolf Games. Hi, Ingrid.
Hi, thanks for having me.
Thank you for coming in. Today, we are going to talk about computer games, not about something specific, but just in general. So what I wanted to say is that I was born like 40 years ago in the Soviet Union. And they were no a sign of the computer games in my childhood. Computer games became popular in Russia when the Soviet Union fell apart. Even my sons played something. I don't remember exactly what it was, but it was something when people were running and fighting on a screen, and I was really not happy about that. Another thing is that some people become addicted to the games, the same as the others addicted to the internet and social media. And of course, it's really funny to talk about addiction to the social media because I met you on social media, on Facebook. But anyway, when I met you, I saw a young woman, smart, educated, and intelligent, and all of a sudden, a computer game creator. And I was thinking, wait a minute, am I missing something? Is there anything positive in computer games? So could you please tell me some benefits of computer games?
Yes, I can name a few. To begin
Okay.
with, computer games are a safe way to experience adventure, to get some excitement, and to take risks without even leaving your room. Personally, I began to play games in 1991 when I was 4.
Oh,
My dad had just founded his own small business. He had a computer in his office, and he would sometimes let me play it.
nice. So you played at your dad's office.
Yes, it was usually a day off. He would take me there and let me play for a short time, maybe about half an hour.
Good. Okay, and anything else? Like,
And my favorite game was Alley Cat. I loved it because it was a way to explore and to have fun while staying physically safe in my dad's office.
oh yes, of course, under his eye, under his watch.
Yes, and he was probably happy as well that I stay close to him and under his eye. And the second thing I can say about games is that they can teach children to cooperate when they play it. I'm talking about games that have a multiplayer. When you join such a game, you have to find a team, to get on with teammates, and to work together to defeat your enemies and to collect the rewards. As you
Yes.
probably know, children do not get to do many things together in real life, but in a game they can still work as a team and learn to be accepting of people's differences. Because to have a strong team, you have to admit people with different abilities and different skills.
Yes, kind of like teamwork. Yeah, I can understand this. Good.
Yes, and the third point is that the games have become a popular conversation subject, and even more so with children and youth. If you listen to what they are talking about, they would often be talking about what games they play and what they have achieved there. And if a child can keep this conversation going, they will find it easier to fit in.
Okay, so I can understand it from the parents' point of view. It makes sense, and adults must figure out by themselves what is good, what is not. Okay, talking about figuring out, um, how did you come up with an idea to become a computer game creator? What it was?
It was a long way. As a child who loved playing games, I had the dream of making my own, but my parents insisted that I studied business. It was my university major, and my minor was English that allowed me to work as a translator.
Mhm. So your parents was not didn't think that being creating a games was a serious business to do, yes?
Yes, very few people were doing it back then, and that wasn't considered as a viable career.
Exactly. So what do they think now? Are they okay?
Now they're fine with it as long as I'm happy and as long as I make enough money in my daily job as a translator. And computer game making now remains my hobby, but I have a dream that sometimes I will succeed in it and will be able to make it into a full-time career.
Okay, interesting. So I understood you are the writer. It means someone else does the drawing and something like technical part, yes?
Yes, visuals and code. My team does it. I wouldn't get far without them. Now we have 4 people, including myself. They are the artist. She has made amazing concepts for our most recent game, a Unity developer, and another writer.
Okay, so you know what I forgot to ask, because I was thinking about that, just forgot to ask. If you can write stories, if you create stories, why don't you just write science fiction stories, but you decided to go into the computer game developing, like creating?
Yes, I made this decision because it is not really a lucrative career to write fiction in Russia and Ukraine. Things have been hard for writers there recently. Publishing pays very little. In my country, there's maybe a dozen people who can support their families with their books, with the money they make from books. All the rest have to work elsewhere and only write as a hobby. You can imagine how disappointed I was with that, considering that I wanted a career in writing. And then I remembered my childish dream about making games, and then I decided to make my stories into games instead of books. I took a 3 months online course taught by Alex Kroll. After I completed it, I could make small narrative games on my own.
So listen, this is just nice. So you're still writing, but you already have them like something where to go. Like, you know that. So I really like this idea that you not just write and put your stories in your table. You just create stories that live in your games. This is just cool. I like it. So we figured out that you have 4 people in your team. And how long has your team been around?
2 years.
2 years. Nice. So it means you probably do have some games out already by now?
Yes, we have made several games. Our biggest project, Save the Princess Text Quest, is available on Google Play and on App Store, and we have several games that you can play for free on our website.
So I know you gave me your website, and now I'm going to share screen and show this website. So this is Ingrid's website.
Yes,
Okay.
thank you.
Okay, good. So I think we'll stop sharing and we will continue. And you know, when I was looking at your website, it was not abbreviation, but it was something like ICCH.io. What it is? I've never seen this before.
It's itch.io, a platform where independent developers can publish their games.
Okay, wow. I've never heard of it. So I feel like I'm completely ignorant in that subject. Nobody's perfect. Okay, Ingrid. So we spoke about what you already have out. Are you working on anything right now?
Yes, we are currently working on a dating sim game, Castle of Pain. This is our first adult-only game. It is about a person whose car breaks next to a mysterious castle, and they come in looking for help, and they meet different characters and flirt with them and have BDSM sessions with them. This game is special in that you can play as a man, as a woman, or as a non-binary person, and you can date as a man, a woman, or non-binary people. Whatever gender and orientation you choose, you get a fully developed storyline and meet fully fledged characters who represent different races and cultures. That's because we believe in equal representation in the game industry and that everyone should have the same opportunity, regardless of their background, their gender, or their sexual orientation.
So it's kind of interesting. So one day I can try on them like one gender, and another day I can try it another one and figure out like what I like more. I've never heard of this before. It's interesting, yes.
Yes, it's
So,
exactly like that.
yeah, cool. So I wish you and your team a big success in creating. By the way, do you have any due date on your game? On a new one, what you are creating right now?
Yes, we have just released an alpha version of this game. It is available for free to everyone
Ah,
willing to try it from our website.
okay. So people already can give it a try.
Yes,
It's cool. Okay, Ingrid, thank you. I'm kind of running out of questions, but I want to thank you again for accepting my invitation and helping me out with my first talk show. Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
thank you for having me.
That was Elena. Thank you for watching.